everything is healed with Kambo. It has a very strong effect on the physical body, so it resets the immune system. It's waking up all the organs, in putting them normal balance. So how they should be.
Hey guys, welcome to our SoulFam Podcast where I interview space holders from all over the world. I am your host, my name is Karolina, and I am the connection catalyst. I help spiritual entrepreneurs experience deeper connection with themselves, with others, and with the universe. Today on the show we have Sandra Tentiu, the Ayahuasca retreat host and the Kambo practitioner. Welcome to the show, Sandra. How are you doing?
Thank you. Very good. Good. I'm happy.
That's amazing. I'm so excited to talk to you because you guys, I want to tell you a little story. Sandra was my Kambo practitioner. I mean, she facilitated some Kambo ceremonies for me. I just had such a beautiful experience every time. We did 3 of them together, and it's just been so powerful that I'm just really, really excited to share, your voice together with me to the world, because I know that there is so much power in the medicines that you are facilitating and everything. So it's just really, really exciting for me. And yeah, it was so cool how we met. And I really want to say, to everyone, like, share this little story because I was really manifesting to do Kambo because I had digestive issues, and I know that I can puke some stuff out with Kambo and just heal my digestion. And when I came to Puerto Viejo and we came to Costa Rica, and I really wanted to find Kambo in there, and I went to this health store, and there was a Kambo poster with Sandra and Robert on it, Sandra's partner, and I was just like, yay, people do Kambo here, amazing. And so I contacted them straight away, and the experience was so powerful. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you more about it later. But right now I would like to start with Sandra's story. Like, how did you get to do what you're doing right now? Because everyone has the story, like where it all began. Some people in childhood, some people, later in life. When did your, let's say, spiritual awakening started? And how did you choose to be a Kambo practitioner and ayahuasca retreat facilitator, and host? Because this is quite a, let's say, I would say, responsible job in a way, to hold space for people in such extreme emotional states sometimes. So you needed to be chosen in a way, or your soul needed to choose it. So what's your story? Please share with us.
Thank you, Carolina. I was all my life on this path since childhood, and yeah, the challenges, the traumas directed me to search for healing and to cope with what I was experiencing. And I started to research myself since I was little. And yeah, this was the first awakening. But I experienced many awakenings, and I reborn many times in this life. So working with plant medicine, it's more recent. Um, 3 years ago, we started when we traveled in Panama. From Romania, we traveled to Panama in a festival called Tribal Gathering. And in this festival, there were many American tribes sharing their traditions, indigenous cultures, sharing their plant medicine and their traditions, making different ceremonies and rituals for this festival. And there we connected with a beautiful tribe, Shipibo Conibo from Peru, and they serve ayahuasca. And we experienced our first ayahuasca ceremony, and since then we are with them, working with them.
That's freaking amazing. I love the tribal stuff because you really get to experience the real stuff rather than, all this new age stuff where, like, hey, let's do ayahuasca. Let's do it with like so many people in one room and with the shamans that don't really know what they're doing. I mean, I'm not referring to any specific place, but I feel like there is such a hype for spirituality these days and for ayahuasca as well. Also, thanks to all these documentaries that were created about it. But I feel like a lot of people don't really know what they are signing up for when they do this kind of medicines, and that's not really good. I feel like you really need a facilitator, you really need to do it in a safe space with a shaman who has experienced this plant multiple times and they know how to navigate it. Because even I am facilitating plant medicine ceremonies with some other, not with ayahuasca, but with like mushrooms or other medicines, and I know how important it was for me to go through so many experiences myself, because if I haven't gone through it, I wouldn't understand in what kind of state of consciousness these people are, that they are, experiencing the trip, let's say, right? So it's so important to actually pick your shaman wisely and your medicine wisely and all the people that you're doing it with. And that's exactly why I highly recommend Sandra and Robert for Kambo, because when we had, me and my ex-partner Ricky, we had 3 ceremonies, and I really didn't know what to expect. Because we didn't know each other, when we were like, okay, we're going to be held by random people in the ceremony, but they look cool, they look nice, they look like loving people, but we don't know what to expect. And then they came to our place, and it was the most beautiful experience. Like, Sandra and Robert held us so much. I just felt so nurtured and loved, and it felt sometimes crazy, because for me the Kambo experience was to really go through like the ancestral trauma of victimhood. And I even passed out for a moment. I remember you told me, Sandra, because I didn't even like realize that I did. But yeah, it was so intense. Also because it was kind of like a trick, because I did it twice before in Australia. But in Australia they use this small incense, because we're gonna talk about Kambo more, and you're gonna explain more to us. But just to finish this story, in Australia, because you need to do the dots on your body for Kambo medicine, and then put the frog liquid over there. And in Australia they use very small incense to do it. But when we came to Sandra and Robert, they used like a bigger incense. And I'm like, yeah, just give me like 5 dots. That's fine. I'll handle it. And I'm looking at these dots. I'm like, this one dot is at least like 3 that I got before, but I'm up for the ride. And it was great, because I felt like I went so deep, like I've not felt before. I don't feel like I've gone so deep before. And it released some really deep ancestral stuff for me. So it was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I felt so just loved and held by you. And Ricky also felt so held by Robert. And I'm just really, really grateful to you, Sandra, for being such a beautiful medicine woman, because I can really feel like you're on your mission and you're made to do this thing, and you're so aligned with Kambo, and how you were singing the medicine song. It was so just grounding and beautiful. I just loved it so much. So I just really want to recommend to anyone who listens, if you're in Costa Rica, go to them, because this experience is just so amazing. And it had to be amazing if it was mega unpleasant and we did it twice more, right? It had to be, there's something about it that you come back to feeling like shit. But yeah, I would love to explain to everyone who listens and who have never heard of Kambo, because there are a lot of people who don't know anything about it. I would love you to explain to us what this medicine is, where it came from, how it happened that people even knew how to use it, right? Because it's quite a random way of using it, and just a little bit of a history and a little bit of effects and how the ceremony goes, because not everyone is familiar with this medicine, I guess.
Yes. Okay, so this is a long question.
I know. I'm excited for your answer.
Yes. So let's start with what is Kambo. It's a secretion from the back of a frog. So it's a frog that grows in the Amazon jungle. So in Brazil, Peru, and this secretion is the defense mechanism of this frog. So it has a legend as well. I will tell you this soon. How, because you asked how people discovered this medicine. Um, it was through ayahuasca medicine, another medicine. And the shaman drank ayahuasca and asked what he can do to cure his ill village. So there was a virus or something like this in their village, and everybody was dying. They didn't know what to do, and the shaman of the tribe asked help from Mother Ayahuasca. And in his journey, he received a message to go in the jungle and start to sing like a frog, like make frog noises. And then Kambo came as a response, like this with this you can heal your village. So this is the legend. And the effects, the benefits of this medicine are, so my husband and I, we think, we feel and we see that Kambo is good for everything, really everything. We had patients with psoriasis, Lyme disease, infections, everything is healed with Kambo. It has a very strong effect on the physical body, so it resets the immune system, it's waking up all the organs, in putting them um, normal balance, so how they should be. Infections in one Kambo ceremony, infections are gone. Addiction, so Kambo can be used also for treatments, for addiction, for cancer. The cancer cells stop from growing when we treat with Kambo, which is amazing. um, Infertility issues, digestive problems, skin problems, sight disease, so many things. And the on the energetical part, because it works not only on the physical body but on our energy and ancestral baggage as well. An interesting fact is that this frog doesn't have the frequency of fear, because the frog itself doesn't have enemies in the jungle. Because when predator tries to eat this frog, they will have the Kambo experience. So in time, animals learned that this frog is not on the menu. So it doesn't have the frequency of fear. And this is why we can treat and heal anxiety, depression, phobias, because these are low frequency emotions. So when this medicine that is carrying the message of fear does not exist, it's a high frequency message. And when we bring in our body this medicine and this high frequency, our low frequency emotions and things will surface, will be forced to surface and to release because of this high frequency. But in this process, you have to look at them. So you have to acknowledge them and you will feel your charge. Yes. I hope I
Perfect.
answered your question.
Yes, you did, and it's actually so interesting that this frog doesn't have fear inside, because I can really feel like it's power. It's kind of like a masculine, spot-on energy. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna check out what you have in your body and heal the shit out of you. It's kind of just like, I'm gonna bring it all out, and I just wanna share how I experience it, and I think many people experience it in the same way. How the experience of Kambo works, because when I did it for the first time especially, but also other times, it's like you're drinking the maybe 2 liters of water before you have Kambo put on your skin, and so that your water fills up your stomach, because then things that like toxins or like emotions, everything is just accumulated in your stomach, and then you pretty much puke it out. And the whole experience for me usually took around, like, I don't know, the whole ceremony around 1 hour, but the experience of Kambo itself from like 15 to 20 minutes, where you puke some stuff. Sometimes maybe you need to go to the toilet, you might have a little diarrhea or whatever, but you really feel like the Kambo, when it's placed on your body, at least that's how I felt it, it's like scanning me. It's like going all over my body and scanning for whatever needs to be healed. And it's so amazing, because I literally could feel this medicine just like checking me out, and then like checking what's the most needed to heal, and then I would puke out whatever emotion or whatever toxin, whatever there I needed to be released from my body for my highest health. And I just felt like it's so crazy that the medicine literally scans you. I mean, many people describe it like this, that it's like alive, it's alive in your body. It just enters your body and it just like checks you out. and for me it's actually great. I mean, the first experience was a little scary because I was a little swollen on my face and on my throat, and it was just kind of like I didn't know what to expect and whatever. And actually, to be honest, every time it's kind of scary because you know that you're putting yourself in a massive discomfort. So it's kind of like with ayahuasca. If some of you have tried it, it's like you're probably never gonna be like not scared at all because you're gonna experience some crazy stuff, right? So it's not like you can just be completely at peace. I mean, you can possibly be completely at peace, but then you need to be really zen. But yeah, I just feel like for me, the biggest fear was the first time, and then when I did it 2 weeks afterwards, although I had more dots, more medicine that I took in, it was quite light for me because I already knew, okay, I'm just gonna feel uncomfortable for like 15 minutes and maybe puke some stuff out. But it was crazy because the first time I've done it, it was like the group of 6 people with 2 facilitators, and they split it in half. So 3 people did it, and then afterwards another 3. And I was in the second group. And the first group, one lady was like screaming as hell. The other people were like moaning and like making all these sounds. I'm like, what the hell am I signing up for? Like, why am I in the second group? This is not what I want. And honestly, like me and Ricky have described it as one of the most unpleasant feelings ever, if not the most unpleasant. But it only lasts for so short, like 10 to 15 minutes, and it brings such a massive benefit. Like you really trade massive discomfort for a short time for a lot of comfort afterwards and long-term benefits, because once the trauma is out of your body, it's released, it's not there anymore. So even though you need to suffer for 15 minutes feeling like shit, super sick and feeling unpleasant because the Kambo is just vibrating unpleasantly in your body, afterwards you're like, oh my god, this was crazy good. And after the first experience, especially like in the evening, I literally felt so uplifted, and like my spirit guides are around me, and I felt so loving, and I felt so open. Like I was just like, this is crazy. Like I'm just so much more in my soul, much more connected to myself. And I just really wanted to share this because people get scared about medicines that they have never tried, and especially if it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna puke for 20 minutes or whatever. And it is really unpleasant, but really the benefits that you're getting are amazing, and I couldn't recommend it enough. Although it's of course not the favorite thing to do. Like I would prefer to swim in the ocean rather than puke for 20 minutes, but it's worth it. And I can tell you guys that it is really really worth it, and especially when you have such great healers like you, Sandra, because then it makes it way smoother. It makes it way smoother when you are held in this experience. And when I remember that it was so funny on my first Kambo experience, how people were puking, and the facilitators, beautiful facilitators as well, Job and Hannah, and they are from Netherlands. They were like, when someone puked, they were like beautiful, and they were like Viva Kambo, and I was like, why the hell, guys, are you so excited about someone just puking? Like, it was so cool. But it actually brought this lightness and this kind of like good vibes to this whole experience, because they were like happy that people puke, because they knew that once you do it, you release stuff, so it's actually good for you. But I just found it so funny how people are like, and it's like beautiful. It's like, what the hell? Why? It's kind of like getting triggered and being so happy about being pissed off or being upset. Like that's how I work. I'm like so excited to get triggered so that I can go through it and be out of it. And someone would look like, what the hell are you happy about being like sad or angry or whatever? It's just so unreal, right? So yeah, but yeah, I just really wanted to share my experiences as well, because yeah, it's just important for people to know. And I have a question to you about safety, because I feel like there is a lot of just voices out there saying like, oh, this is maybe dangerous for people, and some people have bad effects of Kambo. And I personally don't see it like that. I see it like, if you have a good facilitator who knows what they are doing, you're not gonna get anything bad out of the experience. So what can you say to all these people who are maybe scared, and they've heard of some people, oh my god, Kambo is so dangerous, and all the stuff like that?
Thank you. Yes, it's a very good question. So, bad effects there cannot be. So there is no something bad. How you say after
Like side effect?
side effects? Yes, there are no side effects. not beneficial. So everything that is happening is only for growth, for healing, and for help. So yes, the manifestations when you have the medicine on are uncomfortable, are out of the comfort zone, but there is nothing that can happen after or during bed else than cleaning you and purifying you. Yeah, and it's very important, yes, of course, to sit with a trained and prepared facilitator with experience, because as you said, with trying something, you know what to expect. So us as facilitators, we had to experience Kambo on ourselves many times and work with people so we can see all the possibilities that can occur in people, the reactions. So with this, we learned everything that can happen. Some people can go to toilet, other people know. Some people sweat, other people know. Um, yes, it's important to know what to expect. And it's not, Kambo is not, yes, it's not dangerous. So you cannot die. Um, Kambo is used in tribes for hunting animals, small animals. So it can kill an animal, but a human, no. It only will offer you a very strong cleansing, detoxifying.
Hmm. Yeah, and I've heard of people who went crazy with the amount of the medicine that they have taken, and they said it was intense, but they never said it was bad. Like, they
Yes,
always
yes.
felt like it was very healing and deep experience. And also, like, I feel like the only thing that can potentially happen, or at least from what I heard on the first ceremony that I've done, is like if someone is allergic or something, they cannot take it. That's why some practitioners do just one dot and then they wait for a moment to check how swollen you are, and then depending on how swollen you are, you either go for it or you don't. And then if you keep this safety, then there is nothing that can really go wrong, because you can already see after one dot how it works. So there is nothing bad about it or dangerous about it. But I have a question to you, like, how did the Kambo choose you? Because I believe that it's a medicine that chooses a human, not the human choosing the medicine. So when did you know that Kambo has chosen you?
It's funny because we didn't plan. I I didn't have in my vision this. When we started our plant medicine journey, I met Kambo as well. When we came to Panama in that festival that I told you before, the same festival. There I met somebody that was facilitating Kambo, Sarah, um, and we had our first Kambo ceremony with her. And then we bought a pallet of medicine to have to apply on my husband and on myself, so for each other, treatment, personal treatment. And then people started asking us for Kambo. First it was the couple where we stayed stood in Puerto Viejo. They were first, and then they recommended us to somebody else, and we realized, oh, we are doing Kambo, and it was feeling, it was natural for us. Like we didn't plan, we didn't decided today. From today, I serve Kambo. It was very natural. It happened, and we are very grateful to be on this path, working with this beautiful spirit. We we received so many blessings on all levels from these beautiful spirits.
This is so cool. I love this story because you didn't even like plan. It's just the universe giving you opportunities and situations like, this is what you're doing. This is what you're doing. You're like, oh, okay. Then this is what I'm doing then. This is what I'm serving. Okay, universe, I'm just gonna go with it. Especially that you've tried it on yourself, then you know how amazing it can be. And then it's like almost like a quote unquote sin not to share it with the world if you know how amazing and
Yeah.
transformative can it be, right? So that's just really cool. I love this that you didn't even like try, because I feel like sometimes the more you try to do something, the less it actually works. So it's great that it was
Yes.
so natural for you, and that it worked so perfectly. And now you're a Kambo practitioner, like, you know, a pro. Now you're a pro. And I have another question, because I'm really curious. I know that you guys have been doing microdosing, and I think it's not something that people usually do, a microdose Kambo. And I'm really curious about the experience, also from the perspective of now. I'm not sure if you're still doing it or not, because we met like months ago when you were in the process of doing it. So I want to ask you, like, what's the effect of the microdosing, and is there a difference between, you know, how you microdose and then how you, of course there's probably a difference, but what is the difference, like when you microdose and when you do like a legit dose, and then like what benefits it has brought you so far?
Yes, thank you for the question. So, a microdose, you plan ahead. For example, next month I will do Kambo microdose, and you pick like 1 week or 2 weeks, depending on how deep you want and how long you want this process. And the difference is that a ceremony, a full ceremony, is recommended if you want to clean something, to detox, to clean something energetical, to take out, release, or to treat something, an illness, an addiction. So, and a microdose is recommended after you are clean. You are already clean, but you want to get more strength. So to receive the force of this spirit. And also, of course, the physical benefits are still there. It strengthens the immune system. I don't know if I mentioned this in the benefits, but it boosts the immune system when you do. Doesn't matter small or big dose, it's still doing this. So I don't know if you can still see this.
Yes, a tiny bit, tiny dots.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
was one of my combo treatments.
I have some dots in
Um,
here as well, probably visible, I'm not sure, but yeah, they're quite big, these guys. To
yes,
all
yes.
of you who watch on YouTube, I got these beautiful patterns. I was like, Robert, Sandra, please make me like a, you know, sacred geometry from the dots on my arms. But yeah, pretty much for everyone who just listens, this is just like as you burnt the cigarette on your skin, just like quickly, briefly, because you're doing the dots with the incense so that you get to the lymphatic system. So you burn just the first thin layer of the skin, and then it leaves you like a little mark. But I feel like after some time it actually goes away, but it takes quite a while to go away. Not maybe fully, but I feel like it's, for me, after 2 or 3 years, it wasn't that visible after my first Kambo experience. So I feel like it's something that disappears. But yeah, please continue about the
Mhm.
microdosing.
Mhm. Yes, thank you. Um, and we were doing this microdose to strengthen our connection with the spirit when we did last time. And we used to apply one dot exactly before serving a ceremony for somebody else. Again, to have the strength of the spirit and the connection. And the process, how it's different. When you do a full ceremony, you have to drink 2 liters of water. It's a bit uncomfortable to drink all this and in one time, but it's important because the water is the medium how everything that has to come out will come out. So when you do microdose, you don't have to drink this amount of water. You don't have to drink water for this process. It's a dry process. You just open the gate. We call this burns gate because this is how you receive the spirit of Kambo in your spirit. It's like your agreement. You open this gate, and you put the medicine, and it will be different. If you do 1 week in a row, every day will be different, even if you use one dot. For example, in some days I would feel this rush that is, when you have Kambo on you, this heat that is raising. Sometimes I would feel that from one point. Other day I wouldn't feel anything. You can even purge from one dot, depending on what the spirit has to do with you in that day, depending on your charge from yesterday, from it depends on so many things. But the idea is that Kambo knows exactly what to do. He's a very intelligent spirit and knows what to work on you.
Mm-hmm. I can really feel it that it's a very intelligent spirit and it just knows. As I said, like it scans you and it's like, okay, we are healing here. And you have nothing to say. You're just like, okay, Kambo, just do whatever you want with me because now you're already inside me and I have nothing to say. You're just gonna heal whatever you want. It's like you need to let the medicine work on you. And I guess it's the same with every medicine that you take, especially like mushrooms or ayahuasca. It's like you need to let the medicine work on you if you really want to have a full experience. You need to let go. You need to, just let it happen rather than trying to control it, which I think I honestly have sometimes problem with it, and I feel like a lot of people do, to just fully let go and not to control the outcome. But yeah, with Kambo, I guess it's important as well. Thank you so much for sharing all that. I feel like it's really useful and it's interesting to check this medicine also in microdosing, because everyone is familiar with microdosing mushrooms and maybe some people with like I don't know, maybe LSD or whatever, but not, or weed, but not with Kambo. I feel like it's a very unique thing to do, and it's nice to know because I feel like sometimes you just need the energy of the medicine in you in order to have a shift in consciousness, to shift in perspective. It doesn't have to be a big dose for you to experience already the connection, because like the beautiful example of it is like if my body knows that I take Kambo, I'm gonna go to the toilet 3 times before it's even applied on my body. Like it happened with our ceremony. I remember every time I didn't even have to go to the toilet during the ceremony because I was already on the toilet like few times before the medicine was even on my body, because my body already knew like, okay, we're doing Kambo, and the energy of Kambo was probably already around because we were calling it in already, and then it already cleansed the body, and the body knew what to do. It's like, okay, it's time for cleansing, it's time for letting go of all this stuff, all this shit, literally and metaphorically. So it's a beautiful medicine to work with. And I also have a question about rape or hape, or however everyone says it differently, because this is also the medicine that I was working with, but like a long time ago, maybe 5 years ago. I've done it in Costa Rica as well, maybe like, I don't know, half a year ago or so. But I feel like maybe it's not my medicine anymore that much, but I still really value and respect it. And I know that you guys are also serving rape sometimes before the Kambo, because it can really ground you and it can really bring you to the present moment and center you and here and now. I think at least that's how I perceive it. It always kind of like brings me back into here and now and into my body. And so I would like to talk about this medicine as well, because for anyone who listens and is curious about all these different things you can do for your body, all these natural things. So what is rape or hape? Where it comes from, and again, what are the benefits? I know it's a big question again, but I'm just really curious to know what you have to say about it. So please share with us.
Rapé is a powder medicine that is served before any other plant medicine ceremonies because it paves the way. It prepares you for receiving another medicine inside of you. And this medicine has the base mapacho plant. It's a wild tobacco, not the same tobacco that is used in Marlboro cigarettes. And this is, yes, this is what they did. They took this sacred plant and perverted it and transformed it in chain smoking addiction. But this plant actually is very sacred and powerful in its abilities to cleanse energetical yourself or ceremonial spaces in general. And the Shipibo Konibo tribe, the Peruvian tribe that we are working with, who serve ayahuasca, are using a lot this plant. So they have a good relationship and they understand the benefits of this spirit. So this medicine that has this spirit in it, it's served to put you in the present moment and ground you, cleanse your auric field of dense energies, anger, frustration. Rapé is very good to align you because um, our chakras, the energy centers of our body, can be disaligned, can be not in a line. So rapé, it's aligning and putting all the chakras to create an open channel, so you can receive Kambo or ayahuasca better, and it will do its job deeper and more effective.
Mm-hmm. That's really interesting that you say that it aligns, because that's how I actually feel when I do it. I feel centered. Like I feel like I'm, yeah, just back to my center. I don't know how else to even put it in words, but this is how it works. And there are different types of rapa you can use as well for different chakras, right? That are have specific qualities. Like for example, I have one called Kaksinava Warrior, and it's for the solar plexus. It's for power. It's for this strength that you can find in yourself. And you have other ones that are more for the heart or more for the crown, from what I understand. And it actually, you can feel the difference in how they work on you. And for me, it's actually the medicine maybe doesn't resonate with me anymore that much, because I feel like the pain that I feel when I have it is kind of like bigger than the benefits that I feel in myself. But maybe it also depends on the dose and depends on someone that I'm taking it with, or how I felt the day before. As you said, it depends on many factors. But I've been doing this medicine a few years ago quite often, because I felt like it was really bringing me back to myself. And I was at the time really struggling with my mind and wandering in all these different directions. And I feel like for that time it was perfect, because anytime I felt like it's too much noise in my head, I could, with the intention, of course, and in the ceremony, just bring Rapa in, and then really feel grounded again, feel centered again, and really like move on with peace, let's say, and with a new perspective sometimes as well. And I think it's a very, very healing medicine, although maybe not for everyone. I feel like some people are very, very sensitive, especially that the way that you apply it is like you're blowing it into your nose. And, and for some people it
Mm.
might be really unpleasant. Like I really don't like things in my nose. Like whatever it is, I just do not enjoy this. So I had resistance even for this sake, that I'm putting something into my nose. But I feel like it can be really, really healing for people. And I have a question to you, because there's just something random that comes to my mind now. Do you feel like rape could help for like a sinus infection? Because my friend that is just visiting me now in Poland has a sinus infection right now, and I actually have rape in my room in here, and I'm just like, oh, maybe it can actually help.
Yes, yes. Rapé is antiseptic, um, and it addresses directly the first thing. It's the sinuses, disinfecting them and forcing them to cleanse, um, to cleanse themselves, to run.
Mm-hmm.
So it's recommended. Yes.
Okay, great. Then maybe if he's brave enough, maybe I'm gonna give it to him a
Hmm.
little bit today. But we will see, because you need to be
Beautiful.
brave, because it's like a tobacco up your nose. It's not like it's something, yeah, chill. It's whatever. It's not as pleasant, but I think it can be really, really powerful. So that's, yeah. I recommend it, although it's not my favorite medicine right now, but it was. But I still recommend it, because it can be really, really cleansing and really healing. Especially that, like, once my friend was really seeing, because she sees auras and stuff, she could really see how some of the stuff that are stuck on our aura is just like leaving when you take up, because it's like, I don't know, just cleansing or aligning or whatever else there. But so what do you feel like rapé is good for? Again, with the benefits of it, apart from cleansing the sinuses, what else could we use it for? And apart from, using it for before the medicine, like ayahuasca or Kambo or things like that.
Mhm. So, rapé is a spirit, like Kambo, like ayahuasca. It's not just a plant or just an animal, because all the animals and all plants have spirit. Everything is spirit, actually. And you can build a relationship with the spirit if you are open enough, if you have the awareness that this is possible, and then you have to practice. So at the beginning, when I started my journey with rapé, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel just the stinginess into my nose. I didn't understood, but I continued because I was guided to continue. And in my practice, I started to receive messages back from the spirit, and that was the moment when I realized, oh, it's something here actually, something is happening. Um, yes, so it's good to combine this practice with other practices that you are doing. For example, meditation or yoga. I like to uh, sit in the maloka in the morning before my yoga, to do a short rapé meditation. So I sit with rapé and then I stay in meditation. And in this moment, you offer the opportunity, you put yourself available for the spirit to communicate. This is important if you want to build a relationship with the spirit, to um, offer the opportunity for the spirit to talk. That would mean you have to stay in silence and stay open without any expectations. And this itself, it's a big practice that the neurotic mind, people find hard to do. And other way to use Kambo is before going to sleep,
You mean rapé?
because it can rapé, yeah, rapé. Kambo before going to sleep.
That would be hardcore. That would be really hardcore. Just with the cold night, puking all the night.
Rapé. It's for protection. So you can ask protection from the spirit, because after you receive a spirit inside of your being, like you have Kambo now inside of you. You have this the seed of this spirit inside of you. So this is why rapé, you can call this spirit that is inside of you for protection when you do a rapé before sleep. Protection in the dream world, protection in the astral plane, because you journey through the night, and it's effective.
Whoa, that's cool. I didn't know that. Actually, I
Mhm.
probably have never done it before sleeping, but I'm gonna try it now. It's really interesting.
Mhm.
I'm curious how it would feel. And I have one last question about rapé, because about the dose, because I feel like I started, for example, from like a very big dose, and then I couldn't move for like 1.5 hours because this friend of mine was like, "Yeah, I know that you're strong, you can handle it," and I just got like a big, I don't know, bomb of rapé, and it was not a kuripe which you apply yourself. It was a tepi, right? How is it called?
Tepi.
Tepi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, tepi.
So it was a tepi. So he was the one blowing into my nose, not myself. Because
Yeah.
if I do it myself, it might be different, right? And I also, two questions here actually. One is about the dose.
Yes.
Like, would you start from a smaller dose for people who have never tried it, so that they can get familiar with the medicine and with the uncomfortability, and then put the bigger dose? That's the first thing. And second thing, when you apply it, some people blow it in a way that it's like really strong and up to your brain in a way. and some people blow it like as it stays in your sinuses, in a way, like it stays more closer to your nose, I would say, rather than in your brain. And I received, usually I was doing it in a way that was really strong and straight to my brain, and I felt like big effects. But also before we did Kambo for the first time, they were blowing it more softly, just more like here, somewhere close to my sinuses
Yeah.
or whatever. So is there a difference? And if yes, then when to choose what, or if there's no difference because it still works on you? So yeah, two questions: the dose and the way to do this.
Yes. So, if you are first time, if you receive first time, it's important to so no, first, more important is the difference between self-applying this medicine or receiving from somebody else. It's always recommended to receive from somebody else because it's the proper way. You you can self-apply with the kuripe, but you will never be able to blow strong enough so the medicine can really reach where it has to reach. Because as you said, when it gets stuck here in the sinuses, it's not good. It can inflame even the sinuses in time. So when somebody is blowing not strong enough, if you blow yourself or you receive from somebody else, it's not the complete process. It's not yes, the right process. And first time, if you receive first time, it's good to start with a small quantity. When I'm serving to somebody that is first time, I I serve a small quantity, and the blow would be, of course, I ask soft, medium, or strong, because some people want strong experience, some people no. But all the time, blow enough so it doesn't get stuck here.
Hmm. Hmm. And so if someone has already a sinus infection and they already have like a nose that is kind of stuck, then would you recommend to do this anyway? Because it's like it's already kind of blocked there, so it might get stuck in here.
No, no, no. At least for that, I recommend how it's called, um, a pot of tea, a tea with different plants, with steam is the word. Yes, with a towel on the head and steam and breathe this. This is what I recommend
Okay, so like
because
herbal steaming.
yes, yes, even with sea salt if it's available, lemongrass, mint, oregano. All these are disinfectant and will help. I
Hmm.
experienced that and I know I did that and it helps.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's amazing. And I could talk
Mhm.
with you for hours more, but I need to finish now, unfortunately. But the last question is, how could people find you apart from coming to Puerto Viejo de Talamanca and just experiencing, finding you in health food stores on the posters? What's the best way to contact you and to find your retreats and, you know, your beautiful information and wisdom that you put out there?
Thank you for this question. So we have a website. It's called Inner Flight. Inner Flight is our project, our soul project, the ayahuasca retreats. So our website is innerflightretreat.com. And also we are on Instagram, Inner Flight, and Sandra Tentiu, my personal, and YouTube as well. We have a YouTube channel. We
Amazing.
invite you there as well.
Amazing. Thank you so, so much, sister, for sharing yourself
Hmm.
with me and with us, all of us who listen. It's been a beautiful conversation, and I have so many other topics to talk to you about. I haven't even touched upon fasting and, you know, all these other things that we could talk about, but maybe we'll leave it for the next time because, you know, we can still talk at some point in the future. And for now, I'm so, so grateful for you and for your beautiful energy. And yeah, it's just so
Hmm.
so much love and gratitude towards you.
Hmm. Thank you, Karolina, for having me, and thank you for what you're doing. Serving beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, beautiful souls, for listening to me and Sandra She's truly a beautiful, powerful medicine woman, and yeah, check her out because she's so nice and loving and warm. And if you have a chance to see her in person, do it because it's really amazing and incredible to be held by her. And if you'd like to find me, I am I am Deconnection Catalyst on Instagram, and I just want to sing this little song that just came to my mind when I was thinking about what to say to you guys at the end of this podcast, and it's Cambonera, Cambonera. Anyway, this is just a little song for Kambo and Viva Kambo. I love this medicine. Check it out. Just be mindful who you're doing it with if you want to try. It's really powerful, really healing. So, and rape as well. So I hope that it inspired you guys, and I'm sending you so much love and gratitude for being with us, and stay tuned to the next episode.